I started the night shift at a Japanese hospital. It had a strange list of rules. I never imagined my first job as a nurse would be like this. Fresh out of nursing school, I thought working night shifts would give me the experience I needed. Something to prove myself. It wasn't what I wanted exactly, but the hospital was desperate for staff, and I was desperate for a start. The hospital wasn't in the heart of Tokyo, where I had dreamed of working, but farther out, on the city's fringes, nestled near the mountains where the urban sprawl met the wilderness. The isolation didn't bother me. In fact, I thought it would be a good way to learn without the pressure of being in a big, crowded facility. Quiet, uncomplicated. The mental hospital was old, towering over the surrounding area like some relic of another time. The kind of building that looked like it belonged in a ghost story. Long hallways, walls yellowed with age, and the perpetual smell of antiseptic and damp concrete. Its exterior walls were cracked in places, the paint peeling off, and inside, the sterile fluorescent lights flickered just enough to make you wonder if the electricity was reliable. My first night at the hospital had started normally enough, though. At 10 p.m., as the day staff was packing up, I found myself alone in the nurses' station, organizing my materials for the night. There wasn't much to do yet, except get used to the quiet and the way the hospital seemed to shift when the sun went down. Yuki, one of the nurses who had only been working here for a couple of weeks, strolled in, clearly relieved to be heading home. She had the look of someone who was still figuring things out herself. 2 weeks isn't enough time to settle into a place like this, I thought. "You're the new one, right?" she asked, giving me a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. I nodded. "Yeah, first night." She stopped mid-step, raising an eyebrow. "Did they give you the rules?" "Rules?" I asked, confused. Yuki's expression shifted slightly. "They didn't give you a set of rules for the night shift?" I shook my head. No one mentioned anything about rules." "That's weird," Yuki said, frowning as though something wasn't sitting right with her. "When I started, they gave me these weird rules. I've only been here 2 weeks, so I'm still getting used to them myself." She walked over to the desk and pulled out a blank piece of paper, grabbing a pen. "Let me write them down for you. You'll want to follow these." I watched as she wrote quickly, her brow furrowed slightly. She seemed distracted, maybe even a little uneasy. Her inexperience showed, but she handed me the paper with a serious look. "Follow these exactly and you should be fine." I took the paper from her and looked at the list of handwritten rules. Rule #1. At 12:45 a.m., make sure the windows in the west wing are closed. If one is open, close it and leave immediately. Rule #2. If you see a patient walking in the hallway after midnight, do not speak to them. They are not patients anymore. Rule #3. If the lights in the east wing go out, leave the wing and do not return until sunrise. Rule #4. If the elevator doors open by themselves, do not get inside. Wait for them to close. Rule #5. If you see a shadow that doesn't belong to you, leave the room immediately. Rule #6. If escape is your only option, be prepared to sacrifice a part of yourself. I stared at the paper, not sure what to make of it. It looked like something out of a ghost story. I glanced up at Yuki, expecting her to laugh, but she didn't. "Is this some kind of initiation thing?" I asked, hoping that maybe this was just